I'm the kind of viewer that always theorizes when I'm watching something like this. Honestly, I did figure it out, but only like a minute or two before they revealed it, because, you know, I thought back to, she said that he always listened to her other than this most recent decision, so, you know, it was really her that was, you know, hired by the CIA. But admittedly, there was a brief period where I actually thought maybe it's Reichardt and he just needs this victory to, you know, launch his own political career, or further it anyway. And I loved how the first time you saw his, you know, the guy he had sent, you weren't sure if you could trust him, and then, you know, he walks in, closes the door, locks the door, and you're thinking, Ewan McGregor cannot take that guy. And in general, I thought that this did really well at making you feel uneasy and uncertain. Also, frankly, for a brief period, I thought that the shooting was staged and that maybe the grieving father was like a plant right from the very beginning. That ex-prime minister, you know what he is? He's just a dirty son of a... I'm sorry, I'm having 60s flashbacks. I mentioned the long takes in the spoiler-free review also. I love the passing of the note. That's all one. I'm almost certain that was one long continuous take. And even with her reaction, still one long take. That was fantastic. And then the ending with him running out, and you see the car, and you just know, and the paper comes flying. You know, there goes the proof. Because, well, the proof. That was where the conclusion was written in the code. Did anyone else think that the car thing was a little weird when he was being chased, and then, you know, the car is driving really fast, and then suddenly he makes a turn and the car's not behind him, and then he drives down that road, and you think that I certainly did, that he's waiting there until the car passes, but then it doesn't, then he drives back out, drives further ahead, and then suddenly it's there again when he gets to the ferry. I mean, I'll admit that it was effective with, you know, you're thinking, he got on the ferry, they're, you know, going now, the door's already locked, they can't possibly make it, and then the door still opens, you know, like they were important enough, you know, they were CIA or something. And then his escape from the ferry, you know, running, and then going back, and then the ferry, just as... I also like that he, you know, accidentally ran into the, you know, that poor girl. That was such a nice little touch, a realistic detail. Isn't your husband coming? Oh, it didn't work out between us. I guess he wasn't happy just being a +1. And I think he might be miffed that he didn't get any screen time. Also, sometimes when we talk, he says that I can't decide if I want to sound British or like a New York single girl. I kind of liked how it ended with it being her, the wife. I think that's not that uncommon, that, you know, the wife hints something and then the husband, you know, goes and does it. You know, Pierce Brosnan's line about, you know, I did what I felt was right. Wouldn't it be funny if right after McGregor had, you know, decided not to use the car because he had just been told that was Mr. Makara's favorite, you know, when he decides to just use the bike, if, you know, the guy had continued, and that was Mr. Makara's favorite bike, and then he, you know, puts the bike away, and then he continues, and I think those were Mr. Makara's favorite shoes. Oh no, sir, you don't want to use an umbrella. Mr. Makara loved all of those umbrellas. I think the film did a good job of making us feel that the car wasn't entirely safe, like McGregor's character thought first. And then when he does sit in it, I mean, I was personally thinking that it was going to be like that kill a car thing in the NCIS episode. Or to be really old school, Christine. The security test thing when he's trying to open the USB, that was a really good shock. Anyway, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it.